You know, some years, gaming is just good. But 2024? Oh, 2024 decided to flex. This was the year single-player games said, "Step aside, multiplayer. We're about to remind everyone why they fell in love with gaming in the first place." So, grab your favorite snacks, settle in, and let's talk about the best single-player experiences that absolutely crushed it this year. Spoiler alert, you're gonna want to play all of these. You ever feel like your life could use a soundtrack? Well, Hi-Fi Rush 2 said, "Here, hold my guitar." This rhythm action adventure makes every punch, dodge, and combo feel like part of an epic rock concert. And yes, you will look ridiculous headbanging while playing. It's basically a requirement. But it's not just about the music. The game is packed with vibrant visuals, quirky characters, and a story that doesn't take itself too seriously, in the best way. The bosses are designed like dynamic rock legends, each with their unique flair and moves that sync with the beats. Whether you're casually enjoying the visuals or mastering the rhythm for that perfect score, there's something for everyone. It's like Saturday morning cartoons grew up, discovered punk rock, and decided to throw a party. This game didn't just set the tone for 2024, it smashed it like a drum solo. So we're leaving the party vibes behind and heading into Alan Wake 2, or as I like to call it, the game that made me leave the lights on for a week. Remedy Entertainment absolutely nailed the art of psychological horror here. You play as both Alan Wake, a tortured writer trapped in a nightmare, and Saga Anderson, an FBI agent who's probably questioning all her life choices by now. Every flickering light and distant noise feels like a clue, or a trap. The dual narrative doesn't just tell a story, it makes you piece it together, pulling you deeper into its world. Combine that with jaw-dropping visuals, meticulously designed levels, and puzzles that feel rewarding without being frustrating, and you've got a game that's as haunting as it is brilliant. The storytelling, chef's kiss. The atmosphere, darker than my coffee at 3 a.m. It's the kind of game that makes you jump at your own shadow. But you keep playing anyway because the mystery is just that good. Let's talk about Lies of P, a game that took the classic story of Pinocchio and turned it into a dark, twisted, Souls-like masterpiece. This isn't the Pinocchio you grew up with. This is a gritty, Victorian-inspired world filled with puppets that would rather tear you apart than perform on stage. You play as P, a puppet imbued with free will, on a journey to uncover the truth behind the chaos plaguing the city of Krat. The combat is punishing but incredibly rewarding, with every dodge, parry, and strike feeling precise and impactful. And the weapon customization system? Absolute chef's kiss. You can combine parts to create weapons tailored to your playstyle, whether you prefer swift, agile blades or devastating heavy hammers. But what truly sets Lies of P apart is its unique lying system. Your choices, and how honest you are, shape the story and lead to multiple endings, making every decision feel weighty. Combine that with stunning visuals, atmospheric world building, and a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack, and you've got a game that redefines what a Souls-like can be. Lies of P is dark, challenging, and endlessly captivating. An unforgettable journey into a twisted fairy tale. Have you ever played a game so intense it feels like it reaches into your soul? Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2 is that game. Ninja Theory has delivered a hauntingly beautiful sequel that takes us deeper into Senua's mind and the world around her. The combat has been taken to the next level. Fluid, intense, and strategic, requiring you to think fast and act faster. It's not just about fighting enemies, it's about overcoming the psychological challenges that come with every step. Puzzles are more intricate, seamlessly blending into the narrative to keep you fully immersed. What makes Hellblade 2 truly special is its commitment to storytelling. It doesn't just tell you Senua's story, it makes you feel it. With incredible voice acting, breathtaking environments, and a narrative that hits you right in the heart, this is a game that stays with you long after the credits roll. If you're looking for a game that challenges your mind as much as your reflexes, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 is it. And now, we head to Hyrule, again. Tears of the Kingdom Complete Edition gave us even more reasons to lose ourselves in one of the most iconic worlds in gaming. This version added new dungeons, extra tools for building wild contraptions, and an epilogue that felt like a warm hug from the developers. Every mechanic, from fusing weapons to the ability to ascend through the environment, felt purposeful and fun. The game's expanded map didn't just make Hyrule bigger, it made it more alive. with layers of exploration above and below the surface. Whether you're here for the story, the exploration, or the sheer joy of experimentation, this game delivered it all. And let's be honest, there's no feeling like accidentally building a contraption that actually works. Let's swing into New York for a minute, because Spider-Man 2 absolutely nailed it. Playing as both Peter Parker and Miles Morales? Perfection. Swinging through the city never gets old, and the combat feels like a perfectly choreographed dance with webbing. But it's not just about fighting bad guys. The game's real strength lies in its story. The relationships, the struggles, and those quiet moments that make you say, wow, they really get these characters. The side quests aren't just filler. They add depth to the world, making it feel like a living, breathing city. Insomniac Games didn't just make a superhero game, they made an emotional roller coaster that we'll be talking about for years. Speaking of redemption arcs, let's talk about Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. If the original game was the rough draft, this expansion is the polished masterpiece. Idris Elba absolutely crushed it as Solomon Reed, bringing gravitas to a spy thriller story that was dripping with intrigue, betrayal, and high-stakes drama. The expansion introduced Dogtown, a gritty, lawless zone within Night City that felt alive with danger and opportunity. The revamped mechanics made combat smoother, stealth more satisfying, and choices more impactful. But it wasn't just about the action. This DLC was a narrative powerhouse. The twists kept you guessing, and the character relationships were so well written they felt almost real. Add in the stellar world building, improved visuals, and a soundtrack that set the perfect tone, and you've got a game that redeemed its legacy and then some. Phantom Liberty didn't just expand Cyberpunk, it elevated it. Imagine Minecraft, but in space. Satisfactory takes the creativity and resource gathering you love and turns it up a notch by letting you build sprawling, automated factories on an alien planet. This game finally left early access in 2024, and it's better than ever. In Satisfactory, you're not just building a base, you're creating an industrial empire. You start with the basics, like mining iron and copper, but before you know it, you're designing conveyor belt systems so complex they could make an engineer weep tears of joy. Or frustration. What sets this game apart is how it combines creativity with strategy. You're constantly balancing efficiency, exploration, and the occasional, oops, I just blew up my power grid moment. And with its Unreal Engine 5 upgrade, the alien world of Massage 2 ABB has never looked better. Satisfactory earned its spot here because it's the ultimate blend of fun and functionality. It's a game that makes you feel brilliant one minute and question your sanity the next. Trust me, once you start, you'll never look at conveyor belts the same way again. After Vampire Survivors broke records, everyone tried to copy its mechanics. Most didn't quite get it right, but Deep Rock Galactic Survivor absolutely nailed it and managed to add its own dwarf-sized twist to the mix. This game took the co-op chaos of the original Deep Rock Galactic and reimagined it as a top-down solo survival game, and it works brilliantly. You're a lone dwarf sent into procedurally generated caves, where you mine precious resources while fending off waves of alien enemies that really don't want you there. What makes it special is the tight gameplay loop. Each run is a mix of careful planning and chaotic action. Do you push your luck to mine a bit more gold, or do you hightail it to the escape pod before the next wave hits? The upgrades and progression system keep things fresh, and every run feels like its own epic adventure. It's here in the second place because Deep Rock Galactic Survivor captures the charm and humor of the original while standing tall as a fantastic solo experience. Plus, who doesn't love shouting rock and stone while blasting aliens into next week? Think you've seen all the Lands Between has to offer? Shadow of the Erdtree expands Elden Ring with a brand new region, more lore, and bosses that'll make you cry in all the best ways. Elden Ring. Shadow of the Erdtree isn't just an expansion, it's a masterclass in game design. From Software took their already legendary game and somehow made it even better. This expansion adds a massive new region that's as breathtaking as it is dangerous, with new enemies, bosses, and challenges that'll test even the most seasoned Tarnished. The combat remains brutally rewarding, but the real magic lies in the storytelling. The expansion dives deeper into the lore of the Erdtree, unraveling secrets that tie back to the original game in ways that are both satisfying and mind-blowing. And let's not forget the bosses. Each one is a spectacle, blending insane mechanics with epic designs. This game takes the top spot because it doesn't just expand the world of Elden Ring, it elevates it. It's the kind of experience that sticks with you long after you've put down the controller. If you haven't played it yet, trust me, this is the gold standard of gaming in 2024. But let's be honest, every single game on this list brought something unique to the table. Whether it was the heart-racing combat of Hellblade 2, the addictive resource management of Satisfactory, or the relentless survival thrills of Deep Rock Galactic, 2024 was truly a remarkable year for single-player gaming and many more to come. We've got plenty more gaming goodness on the way, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. So, what's your favorite from the list? Or maybe we missed a hidden gem that deserves the spotlight? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this trip through 2024's best single-player games, consider giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell.